Hello everybody. Man, it has been a minute, hasn't it? That's right, I am back on my beautiful 2016 R6, the 60th anniversary edition. She's been held up for a little bit, had some front end brake issue, rotor issues, and you know, I gotta admit, learn how to do a lot of the work on your bike yourself. It's kind of a peace of mind knowing that stuff is done as, you know, correct. I mean, to the best of your abilities. But I'm just saying, obviously some things not everybody can work on, you know, motor things such as me. I cannot work on things on the motor. I'm not a mechanic. But other things like, you know, replacing rotors, pads, like things like that are relatively easy, and I think anybody with a little bit of know-how should be able to do the work. And not only is it like a peace of mind because you know it was done correctly, but I mean, assuming you're actually doing it correct. But there's tons of YouTube videos out there. But you also save yourself a bunch of money. Man, let me tell you about the amount of money I just saved. So, replaced my rotors, brake pads. Cost me about 300 bucks. And it took me about an hour and a half to do it. It also took about a week for the parts to all come in, right? I tried to take it to my local motorcycle shop, which actually sells, this bike is from that shop, so, you know, they don't have parts, you know, they gotta order parts. It takes a week for them to get in. And then, you know, they're hosing you for like the highest retail price you could possibly pay for stuff. And then them being a shop with all the correct tools, lifts, everything like that, they said it would take 2 hours. Here I'm just a guy with some basic hand tools working underneath a tarp in my driveway, and I did it in an hour and a half. They said it would take them 2 hours, so I mean, honestly, because it was my first time doing it, I bet you the next time I go to do this, it'd probably take me an hour, because there's like a lot of little tricky things you learn or that you stumble across when you're doing a job, and I'm aware of those now, so yeah. But you know, that, and it's like, you know, I had this sense of you know, fulfillment that I did it myself, and it's like, again, it's something I've never done before. I watched a couple of really good YouTube videos. Shout out to Dave Moss on the Throttle TV. That guy is a genius, and anybody who has an R6 any year, I highly recommend going to Dave Moss, or I'm pretty sure it's on the Throttle TV. Just go to that YouTube channel if you want to learn how to do anything on your Yamaha R6. I don't know how specific yours are, but I know that guy is a genius. And one thing that I really appreciate about his channel, or him, is that he doesn't explain stuff to you like you're in a classroom. He explains it to you like you guys are standing side by side working on the bike together. So it's real simple and common sense type of stuff, and he really does a good job showing all the little tricks and stuff. So if it wasn't for two simple YouTube channels I watched from his, this job would have been a lot more difficult. So yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, I mean, honestly, the local dealership, I mean, I don't even want to, like, you know, I'm not trying to bad talk anybody, I mean, but I'm not going to lie, they were trying to hose me for sure. It was going to be $900. And they said it would take about 4 weeks just to get all the parts in. So, you know, we're talking 4 weeks, 900 bucks. It took a week for my parts to come in. It took me an hour and a half to do the job. I spent $300, so I don't know. I mean, definitely not trying to pat myself on the back. This is the first time I've really had the bike out on the road. I did take it up and down my street a little bit just to make sure everything was sound. I went back from the great advice from my man Gene. He said, take it out on the road, blah, blah, blah. Always go back and check everything, make sure everything's tight. So I'm planning on this next week and a half, just my simple commute to and from work. I do about roughly 20 miles round trip to and from work, so I figure, like I said, a week and a half and I should be there. So I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm finally on my bike again. Feels good to twist the throttle, feels good to feel the wind. I love my Tahoe. I love the way that it has ass warmers, okay people? When it gets cold and you can turn on some ass warmers, that is a plus. I don't care. And so, but yeah, nothing like being on the bike. Totally different feeling. And yeah, everybody, well, I'm at work, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off here. Thank you all for joining me for this ride. Holler at you later.